Rundown live. It is Thursday, February 24, brought to you by Felix Gray, modeled by Big Cat. I was actually going to give it to Liz,
good.
but you seemed very...
I actually wear them. I think mine are at
If you
home right
give
now.
them to me, the Mia Khalifa comments are going to come out. So let's keep them
Ooh,
on your
okay,
person.
so
I mean, you
try
brought
'em
those
on.
on. I mean,
That was not.
that was kind of like
let's
a Mia Khalifa.
it's
I think now they're coming regardless.
Yeah.
Anyways, Felix Gray, like...
You open
I
yourself
don't.
up
I
to
mean-
It's
that.
true, but
Hey,
There's
don't
nothing
compare.
thankful
Hey,
that
don't
you did it.
compare.
I
me to
wasn't
Mia
thinking
Khalifa.
it. You were thinking it.
Don't
Now
anybody
I'm
think
thinking
about
it.
Mia
because
Khalifa and
everybody
Liz.
says that when I wear glasses. This isn't like an out of the
Put
them
ordinary.
glasses
on,
on.
let's
Put
just
the glasses
see.
on. You're begging for this comparison.
No, I'm not. I don't want to look like her, like a porn star.
Yeah, I can
Yeah, I
see
see it.
All right. Everybody had their fun.
I see it. Don't
Minus the
don't
triple Ds.
screenshot that picture and start sending it to Liz with
Don't.
Mia Khalifa
It'd be a
next
real
to her.
shame.
Felix
It
Gray.
would be so out of the ordinary
Such a shame.
and so
Felix-
original.
No,
And-
listen,
and
our
by-
people, when we tell them don't do something,
Don't do it.
They don't do it.
It's a shame
No
if you did
Mia
it.
Khalifa, Liz Gonzalez comparisons today, tomorrow, or ever with those glasses
They
on.
started off
Don't
so
do like
brilliantly and
get you a man that can do both meme or something, you know,
Don't
or
do
the
that.
upgrade. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Nope.
a lady in the
Don't-
street but a freak in the
yeah,
bed.
don't
Yeah,
do
don't.
that.
It's freaking street. I mean, if you're gonna do it, it's lady in the sheets.
It's a
Is it
lady in the
Lady
streets,
in the
freak in
streets.
the sheets.
That's what I said.
You said, is that what you said?
Lady in the streets but a freak in the bed. Yeah.
No, you say bed.
All right.
The
Well,
whole
Sheets.
thing is rhyming.
same thing. Streets,
Not at all.
sheets.
That's like Rosa Red, Vase Blue. You were close,
The
and then you just didn't rhyme
the
it.
gist of
That was actually
the pun is
really
the same thing.
strange. Not at all. It's like very much that works because
point
of
is
the rhyme.
that you're a lady out in public and then a freak behind closed doors. So
Right.
Put the glasses on.
the message was sent.
But it's street and sheets. You get how those bed doesn't
All right. Well,
fit. It's with.
yeah. Yeah. Luda.
Ooh, Dave just got. Oh, that
Girl power,
hurts.
back it up.
I'm happy I stayed out of that one.
It's a Luda.
I knew it was a Luda the whole
It's-
time.
It's like a nursery rhyme. The
No,
way
it's
I do.
Luda.
Can we do this, Felix Gray? Don't send her any like porn Mia Khalifa shit. All right, Felix Gray, the glasses. Dryness. This is a long read, so pay attention. Bitcoin Marty is getting ahead of himself down there. Dryness, migraines, and blurry vision are just a few reasons you need to protect your eyes. Now you can look great while doing it. Felix Gray lenses are specially designed to filter blue light and eliminate glare from screens, which are the two main causes behind digital eye strain. These glasses look great and are available in non-prescription and reading lenses with prescription coming soon. All shipping and returns are free. Go to felixgray.com/rundown to get a pair of Felix Gray computer glasses and discover a smarter way to work.
They're good-looking glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. XFL coming back, 3 o'clock press conference. Should be interesting. I don't know what's going on here. Johnny Football actually tweeted just now at me being like, Vince McMahon and Johnny Football and Barstool, 3 brands I can get behind. That, to me, is the whole thing. If Manziel's in the XFL, this thing has a chance. If he's not, I don't know what they're doing because, Dan, we talked about the concept's great, but the players stink.
Suck.
The execution is horrible.
Right.
Although, if you did watch that XFL documentary, they made it seem like the one game that was like great, like got cut off or something because Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, I remember watching XFL and it's just not good football. Like,
The idea of it
Right.
is brilliant.
And people were getting like maimed on that fumble drill that they used to do.
you need to figure out, so Johnny Manziel's a must. I actually don't think that Vince McMahon even does this league without like already having a conversation.
So
with
you think
Johnny.
Manziel's in?
Yeah, I think he like already had a conversation like
Well, the
Johnny.
NFL isn't gonna take
We're
him,
gonna
so-
build it around you. The other thing is they need to figure out a way to get like guys straight out of college and like you could basically take the college fan bases and put it into the XFL if you can get some of these guys that don't make it in the NFL right away. I feel like the XFL's biggest problem was they got guys that were like late 20s trying to chase their glory days. You need like young guys and then have it almost be a minor league to football, to
Okay,
NFL.
so maybe this is where LeVar Ball comes into play because he wants to do this with, instead of kids playing college ball, he wants to build his own league.
you're
So
saying like
maybe,
a minor
maybe he
leagues?
abandons basketball altogether and then jumps on the XFL
Wouldn't hate it.
bandwagon, and
Wouldn't
he
hate it.
creates his own league with Vince McMahon.
I at first was going to chide you for this because I was like, you're going a wildly different direction. But imagine if LeVar
idea.
Ball was at this press conference with Vince
Yeah.
McMahon. That would like be
Those
great.
two belong together.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. I just don't know how it works. I mean, people want football, but like we talked about the football stuff. Now, Johnny Football, I do want to see him play. Someone in the office mentioned Tebow. He'd never do this.
No,
This
he
is,
would not.
like,
Yeah, I
way
heard.
below Tebow.
I heard you. No, absolutely
Also,
not.
I feel
He's
like
still
they
chasing his
need-
baseball
Who else?
dreams.
I mean, besides Manziel, who?
I feel like what they need to do too is they need to run it almost because the other thing they made a mistake. I think they ran it in the spring. They should run it like August to like early October, but like Friday nights. So when it's football season and people are in football
That's
mode.
high school football.
I know, but I mean if you're trying to make a buck, you know.
I will say,
I think
Vince
you bring-
McMahon, the ball's on him. Like to have a complete failure that's so bad of a failure, it's like a 30 for 30, and like just run this thing back. I'm curious. That is the biggest thing. We have Manziel, the X factor, I guess, but like, what's going to be different?
You could bring back has-been college quarterbacks that were great. You bring back Vince Young,
Matty
Matt
Mock.
Leinart,
Matty Mock would be
That
nice.
name would sell tickets
Yeah.
and you
alone.
throw them out
The
there.
name, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's the
I mean, if you're
name.
doing Johnny Manziel, you might as well go down the line.
Jamarcus Russell,
The biggest bust in the history of the NFL. Throw him in
Ryan
there.
Leaf would be that.
Is he
but
still big boy?
Ryan Leaf?
Oh, he's
No.
Jamarcus?
They're
he
both
gained
size.
all that
Imagine.
weight, and then
No,
yeah.
Ryan Leaf's jacked now.
Is he?
He's like cleaned up
Jamarcus.
his
Last
life.
time I saw him was really,
he's big.
really overweight.
I've
big guy.
always, Dan, to your earlier idea, and it would never happen, I would love like sports. I've always thought this for hockey more so, but like if the Patriots had to be from New England, like if the players had to be
You
like
draft the guys in your area.
regional.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
so
you
it
pick a
became
couple
like
colleges.
pro. Yeah, right.
I
That-
don't hate it.
'Cause
That
then you'd get the South like all jazzed up about it.
imagine
Put a team in Alabama.
And then occasionally, if like New England's like Hoosiers, but that is what people root for. Like
Mm-hmm.
you root for where you're from. Interesting. I'll be watching the press conference at 3:00. I'll watch everything Vince McMahon does. This show brought to you by Leesa Mattress. $100 off. Premium mattresses are delivered right to your door. Wherever you buy. Whether you buy the mattress today or 2 years from today, the coupon is always good for life. They shouldn't be writing Bitcoin Marty. I know this pitch and it's making it worse because I'm reading it. It's $100. You click on the link, you save it forever. Leesa mattresses. We'll have first-hand documentation because we have, I think, 36 people going to the Super Bowl. 30.
Wow.
Barstool is basically
getting-
relocating to Minnesota, and lots of guys do not have actually places to sleep. So you will be on Leesa mattresses in basements on top of each other. Smitty is going. There's actually, luckily, there is a gym like in one of the
Nice.
houses with just a heavy bag. Smitty is going to sleep on the floor
Which
in that
house?
room.
Our house?
Yeah,
Our
rough
house
and
has
rowdy.
a basketball
What house
court.
am I in?
Yeah. I think you're in our house as well. The ladies have got a little more thoughtfulness put behind their sleeping accommodations. I think you're rooming with Erica, actually.
Yeah, the
That's
big
what I heard.
boss.
Yeah, so be on your best behavior there. Lisa, thank you
What's
for.
that supposed to mean?
Well, you're with the big boss.
Late night conversations.
Like, I mean,
Pillow talk?
Good. Pretty
impressed, yeah. You gotta, like, you're always like, oh, is the boss watching my,
Oh.
like, mannerisms?
yeah, but she's cool. She's not
Is the
like,
boss watching me while I sleep? You're gonna have to think about that all week.
that
Yeah.
would be really creepy if I woke up and she was staring
If
at me.
Although
Erica's
it's
a good boss, she would watch you while
Theoretically, I'm your boss,
She
so
most
it's a little bit
certain- all right,
different
well,
there. I
You
mean,
had to
that's
throw that in there. Got to
So
get it in.
fact of life. This caddy situation, I've seen a lot of degrading things in my days. For a golfer to take his head cover and throw it off your face and then be like, pick that up, caddy boy, one of the more degrading things I've ever seen. I read Riggs' blog. I don't know what the hell happened. So I told Riggs to be ready because I want to understand what prompted this.
Here he comes.
So they're on the final hole of the tournament. Guy's one stroke off the lead, par 5. He's going for the green in 2. Hooks it left into like a pond, basically. But there's tall grass around the edge, so they're looking for it. The caddy and the player are kind of apart from each other. Caddy finds it, determines that it's like under a rock. He's like, that ball's dead. He can't play that. So the caddy picks it up. Rules official says that's a penalty. You can't do that. So he gets an extra stroke penalty plus the hazard. So he gets basically 2 strokes for hitting in the pond. Ends up finishing 3rd instead of 2nd, which cost him $12,000.
On the web tour, which is a big deal.
Which is huge. I mean, you're grinding on the web tour. So he does the degrading, throws his putter cover right at him, and then fires him immediately.
And then the caddy does a response video shirtless. What was he saying?
He was saying that he found some rule where if the player in any way acts as if he agrees that the ball is dead, then the caddy's okay to pick it up. the player and the rules official are essentially like, that's not really what happened. The caddy's like, well, he said some expletive, and therefore he, based on this rule, was like, yes, you can pick it up.
I called my friend, and I'm going to turn this around now. And my friend says that in decision 26-9/1, it talks about a player, a caddy going into a hazard, which is exactly what we did. A caddy going into the hazard, okay? And the caddy retrieving the ball. And if a player, you don't need consent from the player, he just has to act like he's not going to play it. That's all it says in this rule. You can look this up, 26-1, or -1, I put a slash there, but it's -1, /9, okay? This needs to go out because we're already doing it on social media. It's on Twitter. I'm defending what I did. I was ripped on the Golf Channel today. Thank you, Steve Burko. Thank you, Phil Blackmore, even Trip Heisenauer. You can rip me all you want, but I did nothing wrong, man. I did nothing wrong.
So that sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo from the caddy.
And he's
the
like a big-
shirtless caddy.
But my question, why was he shirtless? Could he not?
Don't know why he was shirtless.
his
Good
excuse, Well, I
question.
just got done playing golf, and so it's hot out there.
Yeah, he was
Put a
kind of
shirt on.
rambling. He's also like a stoolie or like a podcast listener, so he's been like DMing me all kinds of information. So I think he's kind of a rambler. But
He seemed like a crazy person, but I don't know how you ever come back from that move. That seems like something you do, Riggs, by the way.
Well, I have a hot
I
take.
tweeted that already,
That's-
so I got
that's-
ahead of that.
That's right where I was going. I think this is just, I wasn't really even that shocked by this because I think all golfers have a little bit of spoiled brat in them. Otherwise, they play team sports.
It is a deep sport. That's true.
Like, I think that's just part of being a golfer. Is like there's that
To
little.
throw the head cover
Yeah,
off your
I feel like
caddy's
golf-
face.
every
That
golf-
is
if you look
white
at every
glove.
golfer
That's white
on the
glove.
tour-
That's taking your golfing white glove. Be like,
Yeah.
slap.
It's a very
But you can
degrading
tell-
move.
You can
It's
tell
very
me, Riggs,
degrading.
every golfer on the tour, I bet you can find one moment where they acted like little babies to their caddy or to the gallery. I mean, Tiger does it all the time. Like no
Yeah, it's-
flashes, no clicking, like all that shit.
it's a very common move, and then it does like when the guy that's like
It's a
carrying your
gentleman's
bag and
sport.
helping you out, and then you kind of like do something that looks a little degrading to him.
Right.
You
A
look like a
little
massive.
degrading.
Like,
I always
Oh,
felt
well, no,
like-
I'm saying this one is big, but sometimes they're little, and you still look like the
Would
biggest
you
dickhead.
say my
Don't they
take
treat-
is like semi-right that like every golfer just kind of like the way you have to like mentally play a game by yourself and it's all on you and it's all up to you. I feel like every golfer has that little bit of selfish, like little bit of prick in them.
Yeah, and I mean, I just think it's kind of a degrading type relationship almost. Where it's
Yeah.
like, this guy like helps me out, carries
Right,
my
I always
bag.
thought that like
If I'm gonna shit on anybody out here, I'm
are
gonna shit on
golfers
it.
like BFFs with their caddies?
Yeah, most of them.
Some,
But
yeah.
this guy, then in the ramble, he was like, we've been fighting. He's been mad at me all week. He said like they're in like a
I
marriage.
mean, like Dan said, the nature of
Right.
the fact that someone's carrying around your golf
And-
clubs is like pretty degrading to begin with.
And you add in the fact that golf has like a billion rules and it's this, gentleman's game. It just kind of breeds this whole thing.
Still, getting a golf.
Tennis people have it the same
It's-
way. Tennis
Oh.
guys freak out all the time. I think the individual sports, you just have
Like that would be the equivalent of like throwing your sweat towel off your like coach's face.
Yeah,
and just having
right.
this
And I feel
towel
like I've
string.
seen tennis guys do that.
Speaking of, and great segue, Dave. Speaking of other degrading
nice, Dave.
moves, they have this at the Hawks game where you guard hot sauce and you have to stop hot sauce from scoring in 24 seconds. Hot sauce opened this by just throwing the ball off the guy's face.
We're gonna go with that. That's all we got, guys. Head on out. Let's get 24 seconds on the clock. Hot sauce is looking mean. He's looking mean. Let's get this. Oh, right in the face. No. This is tough. This is tough. No one said it was gonna be easy, Will. No. Oh, and that is it. Will, nice little friendly handshake there. We're not gonna send you away empty.
That
You have
was
to walk off the
ludic-
court.
Before I saw that video, I thought, oh, he probably this poor kid had hoop dreams and he just crushed him. No, he smacked him in the face with a ball.
That I don't know what's more degrading, the golf club or on center court get a ball
This
chucked off your
this
face.
poor kid is just like, oh, I'm going out there for fun.
You have to
gonna
walk
win.
off.
Like,
You,
and he kept going.
You have to like punt the ball off of hot sauce's
You can't
face.
get it.
Yeah, well, after. Like, you have to do something, rabbit punch him. I was thinking about how you defend this. The only two things I would think of is either just go directly, like, underneath the hoop and just be like, you're not scoring a layup. Go ahead and shoot. Because then he's embarrassed if he shoots, like, a 8-footer and misses. Or just foul. I just foul.
That
I feel like you walk off the court and you just got hit in the face with a basketball, like, bye, I'm
That
out.
was a brutal cheap shot because you can do that. I could do. I don't have to be hot sauce. If you think you're guarding me, I can just throw it right off your face.
Correct.
Like
correct.
that's just a cheap shot.
Correct.
Like that is
Very mean.
Yeah.
Was there an explanation behind it? Do we know why he did that, or just
make
for shits
him
and
look
giggles?
like
I'm
stupid? Yeah,
He's hot sauce. He's a showman. He's gonna do whatever he has to do to get. The
I mean, I
people
loved
going.
it, but it is.
It was so mean.
There's nobody on the planet who can defend if they're like, all right, I'm defending. I'm just gonna throw it off your face.
Yeah. So anyone future like this has been set now. So it went semi-viral. If you find yourself in this position where you're defending hot sauce, you should have to follow him right away.
I feel like he should get fined for this.
I also like your idea of just stand underneath the
Yeah,
hoop
and just
and
be
make
like,
him
go
shoot
ahead.
a jumper because
Yeah,
I
so-
guarantee you, hot sauce cannot shoot.
Right, and if he does shoot and makes, it's like, okay, you made a fucking 8-footer uncontested. Way to go, bro.
Yeah,
You
better
would
than
stay
getting
on the
them.
court.
I would either foul him immediately, or I would stand right underneath the hoop and be like, you're not making a layup, and just let him shoot. And if he misses, he's the punk now.
But if you're this kid, you just got smacked in the face with the ball. If you push him and retaliate, aren't you afraid that he's going to come back at you?
If I were ever in this situation, like when I play pickup hoops, like if I have to guard someone at the 3-point line, I either play 10 feet off of them or I guard right up, and then the minute they do a crossover, I just foul them. So like I've been in that situation before. I don't have
Hit in the face with the ball
lateral
in front of-
quickness, so I know how to defend someone there, and it's by fouling. It's honest.
I think that
if
he
I
was-
get stuck in a pick and roll and I'm against a 3-point shooter, I'm fouling.
I think he was just caught off guard and so surprised that he just got hit in the face with the ball. I mean,
Totally.
like, that was not the expectation of I'm going out
Yeah.
there.
I don't know how he didn't get like a bloody nose. Somebody that's like
The fact that he
chest
stayed
passes
out there
off
like
your
says a lot
face.
about what kind of person he is.
I-
Good
I-
for him for sticking by.
I think I honestly I don't. I think I would be so stunned. It's like hot sauce just chest passes off my face.
Yeah.
It's just that's like a dirty move.
Or you just do, or if you don't really have your wits in that moment because he was stunned, but you just go to the fucking ground and then do
Well,
the
then it's
whole,
right.
like, get an
Yeah.
ambulance, I'm going to sue the Hawks, do the whole fucking thing.
All right, Dan, I just had to put this in here because we talked about it yesterday, but a guy at Kansas, they called 911
Yes.
because some dude showed up at the Kansas basketball dorms for like 5 hours, kept saying he wanted to offer free throw advice.
This is exactly what he needs. I cannot believe he called 911 because, like we said yesterday, that is the worst free throw shooter of all time. All time. He should be taking advice from everyone. And that's just a passionate fan. Like, I love it. Why wouldn't he do that? Why would he call 911? I would hear the guy out. If you're 1 for 8 in a big game and you cost your team the game, and a guy shows up to your house, would you not at least listen to him?
You have
He's probably so frustrated with himself. He's not going to listen to some random guy that's
I don't know,
showing
man.
up to like, give advice.
Not only was it's hard to unless you're watching it. He wasn't 1 for 8 with like rim outs.
Right.
This guy was having like shots that looked like you can't rebound a long 3-pointer. That's what his rebounds look like. He wasn't even close.
He looked like a soccer player comes from like England and comes over and like, here, shoot this basketball. First time holding a basketball. That's what he looked like. So if that's what you look like, you should take advice from everyone.
And what was the reasoning for him? He just wanted to give him advice.
Yeah.
For,
He was a
chilling
Kansas
for
fan. It
hours.
cost him the game.
Yeah, he wants to help
it was
him out.
I
five
know that,
straight
but I mean, the
posi-
guy giving him the advice was just like, I just really want to give you advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I
Casual.
think probably
Fix
like
this free
listen,
throw shot
we're
before it becomes a problem.
Not gonna go like to the Final Four. with
really
you.
dedicated fan.
Like, we need you on the court
Hack
in
a
March,
Shaq.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Unless you listen to me, random fan.
There's some guy, a Massachusetts guy. He runs like free. I think he's hit like 3,000 straight free throws. I hate his name. He runs like free throw camps.
Well, I don't know why he doesn't
Is that
do
this
the
guy that
fucking
gave the
granny
No,
stuff.
this
That
was just a
should've been.
fan.
Yeah.
Everyone in Kansas and like Indiana can shoot free throws.
Yes.
Draymond Green.
That's actually a very good point. Like, they grew up in like a dirt driveway shooting free throws.
Totally. It's like the scene from Hoosiers,
Yeah.
basically. Draymond Green versus Winhorst. This is funny. So Winhorst was talking how Draymond Green said all NBA refs should be fired. And Draymond Green tweeted at him, hey, no neck, don't talk about it. He has no neck. So it's this, I've always kind of been okay with Draymond. This made me like really like Draymond Green. I mean, impossible to think about Winhorst, no neck. I mean, he has no neck.
He has no neck.
It's getting
not
worse,
wrong.
too.
Yeah.
He got called for it. So they have to be very careful as a squad to not to upset the official.
Guys, Draymond Green said every referee should be fired.
I mean, that's insane.
KD has been chewing on guys' ears all season long. KD is right. He is being targeted because he's made himself a target.
He's got no neck. And this just I don't want to make it all about LeBron, but shows again LeBron's a bad teammate. Like, come to your man's defense.
Totally.
Like, this is your sidekick. Ryan Winhorst is your media sidekick. You got to do something to stand up for him.
No
So
neck.
Caddie apologizes yesterday, and Draymond.
Yeah.
The other side of it.
Draymond doesn't give a fuck.
No, he doesn't. No neck. So that's a rundown. The last rundown before we head to Minnesota, which we'll be doing them live there. Again, Cowboy Jacks is going to be live. Sirius starts with McAfee's show at 9, and we pretty much have straight pro through 7 o'clock. Liz, myself, KFC are doing 1 to 4. 4 to 7's Evening Yak. There's going to be guests, celebrities, the works. And then, of course, Friday night is the big party at the Super Bowl for us. We partnered with Tao, big party group. We have Cascade, DJ Diesel, a.k.a. Shaq, RL Grime, Vice. Huge party. It's like the biggest party of Super Bowl week. This year, you can buy tickets. They're $300, I think, which is cheap. So unless you're a small baller, don't complain about that price. It's probably going to go up, to be honest. Buy tickets, go. It's going to be a wild time. So getting ready for Minnesota. I heard it's like ice cold there.
Oh, yeah.
People
Wintry.
have been sending me pictures of like snow up to my knees.
It's going to be like 1 degree on like Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, so that's something to look forward to.
Just a good old Midwestern winter. Just sit inside a bar for an
I can't
entire
even be
week.
in this
I
office
fucking love it.
Yeah.
without wearing a
great.
sweatshirt because it's fucking freezing in here. I am not ready for Minnesota.
And everyone's going. The entire-
Pretty much the entire office is going. We tried to keep like eliminating people, and we just couldn't. So it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be tight, but it'll be fun.
So in a way,
Well, it's gonna
Philly
be tight for some.
made their way with you.
Philly's
They got their
going.
way with you.
Well, I don't know if they got
mean,
their way. I mean,
Would you say that they won?
I'll tell you who won Sunday night. When
No, I mean, in the whole thing was they wanted to go to Philadelphia, so they did.
Well,
They did all of these things to go. and so
Roan
they're
is going to be in the streets with Caleb Sunday in Philadelphia after the game. I'm just determining what's happening with Smitty right now. Got to see the ticket situation. We may try to do a live thing. So we'll see. So this is it. Well, me, Mia, and Big Cat will see you guys in Minnesota.
Not Mia. But one more time for the people at home.
Nope.
Come on, one more time.
Nope. You know, Pornhub.com. You wanna
What's
check
that?
out.
What's that?
What's that?
Pornhub?
Yeah.
Check it out. Sounds interesting.